1978. Winter lingers over northern China. In small villages, breath turns visible in the cold morning air as farmers walk toward frozen fields. Bicycles stream through Beijing's wide but colorless avenues. The nation feels paused, disciplined, restrained, cautious. Factories move slowly. Store shelves are sparse. Yet beneath the stillness, something restless begins to form. Inside a plain government meeting hall, fluorescent lights hum softly above long wooden tables. Papers shift. Voices remain controlled. The words reform and opening are spoken carefully, almost experimentally. No fireworks mark this moment. No grand spectacle announces it, but the decision to allow market mechanisms into a socialist framework carries quiet, revolutionary force. It is a gamble against stagnation. Soon, the countryside feels it first. Families are told they may keep and sell surplus crops. The change seems technical on paper, but emotional in practice. For the first time in years, effort feels directly connected to reward. Farmers work longer, not from obligation, but from belief. Harvests grow, grain piles higher, markets grow busier. Hope, once abstract, becomes measurable in income and food security. Then, the coastline shifts the story. 1980, Shenzhen, a fishing settlement bordering Hong Kong, is designated a special economic zone. At first glance, nothing about it suggests destiny. Wooden boats drift quietly in shallow waters. Narrow dirt paths connect low homes, but policies invite foreign capital. Factories appear almost overnight. Investors arrive with blueprints and urgency. Concrete replaces soil, cranes pierce the skyline. By the mid-1980s, the air itself feels different, charged with ambition. Neon signs begin to glow where lanterns once flickered. Young migrants arrive with suitcases and uncertainty. They sleep in crowded dormitories. They work 12-hour shifts. They send money home. They believe sacrifice equals mobility. Shenzhen becomes less a city and more a promise. Across the country, industrial belts expand. Assembly lines stretch endlessly under fluorescent lights. The rhythm of machinery becomes the soundtrack of a new era. Made in China travels across oceans, printed on toys, electronics, textiles. Cargo ships leave Shanghai, Ningbo, Guangzhou, each departure signaling participation in a global system that once felt distant. The 1990s accelerate everything. Shanghai's Pudong skyline rises from marshland to steel and glass in less than a decade. Highways carve across provinces. Airports expand. Urban nights glow electric. The emotional tone of the country shifts from caution to momentum. University classrooms fill beyond capacity. Engineering becomes aspiration. English language textbooks appear. Computer labs hum with possibility. Yet history tests momentum. 1997. The Asian financial crisis shakes markets from Bangkok to Seoul. Panic spreads through currency exchanges. China chooses not to devalue the renminbi. Stability becomes strategy. Confidence becomes currency. International observers watch closely. A new perception forms. China is not only growing, it is calculating. 2001 marks a decisive turning point. China enters the World Trade Organization. The announcement carries both pride and pressure. Doors swing fully open. Competition intensifies. Exports surge at extraordinary speed. Industrial output multiplies. Entire rural regions empty into megacities. Construction never seems to pause. Tower cranes become permanent features of the skyline. The human story deepens. Parents who once tilled fields now assemble microchips. Their children prepare for university degrees in finance, software, biotechnology. Apartments replace shared housing. Automobiles replace bicycles. Shopping malls replace ration shops. A new middle class emerges. Consumption signals arrival. By the mid-2000s, the scale becomes almost surreal. High-speed rail lines stretch across vast landscapes. Steel production surpasses global competitors. Foreign exchange reserves swell. Cities like Beijing and Shanghai feel synchronized with New York, London, Tokyo. The pace is relentless. The ambition is visible. And then, 2008, the Beijing Olympics. Under a dark August sky, the Bird's Nest Stadium ignites with light. Billions watch. Fireworks bloom above a skyline that did not exist 3 decades earlier. The opening ceremony unfolds with precision and spectacle. It is not merely entertainment, it is presentation. A nation once perceived as peripheral now stands center stage. For many Chinese citizens, the moment feels personal. It reflects sacrifice, migration, endurance, and belief. It reflects parents who labored in factories and children who grew into engineers. It reflects villages that transformed into cities. From 1978 to 2008, China does not simply grow. It recalibrates its identity. It moves from isolation to integration, from scarcity to scale, from imitation to